What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Another episode of Max Tack Motorsports. So at the time of this video, I'm filming it in between our fuel setup. Again, you guys will either see the fuel video after this or before this, but there's our cell. Yeah, just waiting on two little fittings for our fuel filter before we get going on all the other stuff. But in the meantime, we can start tackling some of the most important things when building these cars. So we're going to put the tube in, or the bar in, for the windshield. Again, it's probably going to be a part of the fuel video as well. But yeah, we're going to do that today for sure. And we can start bracing our doors. So we're going to run our back bar today, start tying in all the doors. Not sure if we're going to get the welder out just yet, but we can at least get all our threaded rod and all our metal as far as doing our door plates and all that jazz. And again, guys, this stuff's pretty important, especially not only in just the derby stuff itself, but figure eight racing. You guys know you're going through the middle. There's cars all over the place. You want to make sure you're protected at all times. So we have our steel plates, and again, we have our back bar. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab all the stuff. Got to grab my drill, my step bit, all that jazz, and we can start yeah, getting that stuff in here. So welcome back again to another episode. Let's get to it. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, you're just gonna have to excuse the neighbor with the chainsaw. It's a beautiful Saturday here. Everyone's trying to get some stuff done, but yeah, this is what we're dealing with. So again, these are our side plates. They're 60 by 12 1/4-inch thick steel, and then we have our back bar. In this situation, it's a 4-inch pipe. We got our big piece of threaded rod that's going to go from one side of the car to the other. Might have to extend it. I have actual like extension kind of nut that goes on there as well. And then we have our little tiny plates that go on the inside of the doors, so they'll be going somewhere in here. We'll have to find the best spot for them, as well as our little threaded rods right there. So yeah, what we're gonna be doing now, I'm gonna open up the doors at the back here, and then we're gonna try to fit this pipe in, the 4-inch pipe right there. We're gonna try to fit that in as best as we can. It should fit pretty good. It might be a little loose, but as we tighten the threaded rod down, it will squeeze the doors in nice and tight, which is what we want. We want everything nice and tight. So yeah, hopefully it works out good here. Another scorcher, but yeah, let's get the pipe all situated in here. Once we have that, then we can drill our holes, run our threaded rod as well with our plates. So that's our goal for sure, is to at least get the side plates on today. Quick little tip too, guys, before you guys do this, just make sure that you have majority of everything you want inside done, because after that it is insanely hard to open the doors as everything's all bolted together. You're gonna have to start going in through the windshield or the back, so just keep that in mind, guys. But again, yeah, let's get the bar up here, get it all situated, and start mounting it. There we go, guys. Again, some mold plates on the 2009 Honda Civic. So yeah, now I just have to kind of trim up some of the threaded rod, that way it doesn't get caught in any car or stab anyone. That would be a bad idea. Obviously on this one too. Again, I hate wasting threaded rod, but here I kind of have to cut it, but I needed that extension. That's all I had laying around. But yeah, oh man, I'm happy to get that done. You can see I went around with the marker. This is where I'm going to be welding the door shut. We're also going to use some of the actual seatbelt that I cut out from the back. We're going to stretch it out and we're going to tie some locations as well as our hood. So I'm going to get ready to put some hood pins in right here, make my own hood pins out of some threaded rod, and weld our brackets. But yeah, happy I got that done. That was a huge thing. That was taking a lot of my time and headspace away as far as trying to get it all done. But very happy. Oh man, it's so hot. But we're getting there, guys. Slowly but surely, one step at a time. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna end the clip and then we'll continue on with our bracing. I gotta let the camera charge up as well. So I'm just gonna kind of go underneath the car, take care of some random stuff. I gotta cut the ABS wiring. That way I don't have any sort of ABS or traction control in the mud pit. If I did, obviously you guys already know what that would be like. Be a huge pain to go anywhere. But yeah, that, and I gotta take the rest of the exhaust off. We're gonna start preparing our manifold as well, just so that we can do that. I'll do a separate video for the whole exhaust thing, just because I know you guys are pretty jacked up about that. And I'm gonna take care of this windshield bar right now too. So stay tuned, guys. Again, I'll bring you guys back in when we get going on our welding. Alrighty, guys, there we go. What a view. Again, late at night here, grinding it out with our 2009 Honda Civic, our beautiful figure 8 car. But yeah, all the welding for the doors is done. Definitely not the prettiest, but you do what you can do. I struggle really bad when it comes to the thinner metals. Yeah, I just got to practice more, maybe get some gas as well. But yeah, the doors are done as far as the welding goes. The rear trunk, we also added some as well, but we do have to do a little bit more. I'm not going to do that obviously in the darkness here. I will bring you guys in tomorrow morning when the sun is shining and we can take care of that. But we have to add our seat belts to the rear here, or wires. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet, as well as our pillars, especially at the back here with this rear door frame. We want that nice and tight up to that back pillar. We also want the two doors to be nice and tight together. That way when we do the rolling of the doors, everything's nice and tight. It helps a lot, trust me, when it comes to the demolition derby stuff. The front hood, we're going to cut our angle iron. That's going to help out with our nut and bolt method, which will tie in our front fenders and our hood together. We're also going to work on doing our hood pins, and then we're going to drill our holes, which will allow us to wire the bumper to the hood as well. Kind of going with the theme of keeping everything nice and tight. But again, guys, appreciate you guys following so far on this beautiful 2009 Honda Civic. But I will see you guys in the morning. We'll get going on the strapping and all that stuff, and hopefully we can finish all our tying in, even our windshield bar. I really want to get that done tonight, but yeah, I just don't have the time. So stay tuned, guys. I will see you guys in the morning. So it's the next day here, guys. Had a little bit of rain last night, but again, here's the welds on our doors, and again the rear trunk here as well. But yeah, back in business. Let's get to it again. I'm gonna grab the seat belts. We're gonna cut up a couple strands and we're gonna tie up here as well as here on the opposite side as well, and a little bit around the trunk. Then we're gonna tape everything around, make sure everything stays nice and tight together. But yeah, just happy hasn't rained just yet. Try to get as much done as we can today. So seat belts are now done, guys. Again, put a little bit of tape around them. First time using them. I'll be honest, not really a big fan of them. I much prefer to use the wire. Again, it just keeps everything nice and tight. But yeah, that's all done. Everything is secured, and then we also took our mini sledge and we rolled our doors to strengthen them up. You know what I mean? When everything's all apart here, it bends a lot easier. So here, you guys can take a look of how much, yeah, how much of a bend that we put on the roll here. So happy that's done. Now it's time to move on to our windshield bar. So I'm gonna go in the back, got a big piece of metal. We're gonna find a perfect spot here to drill the hole in down to the windshield cowl. I'll probably have to move this tarp, obviously. Off and on rain right now because of course when we're out here, but yeah, let me go grab the piece of metal and we'll go from there. Windshield bar is done now, guys. Yeah, actually pretty happy how this one turned out because fairly simple. Having the extended cowl there is absolutely amazing. As far as the roof goes too, very simple. Yeah, and because this one was already pre-bent, it actually worked out really well. So one more step to do here, guys. As far as the hood goes, we're gonna do our hood pins. I'm not sure if we're gonna do the angle iron cuts today just because I have to get the welder out, and with the rain going on it's a bit of a pain. But yeah, that, and we can pre-drill our holes for our hood. That way we can wire the bumper directly to the hood as well. But yeah, let me go grab some threaded rod and we'll get going on the last little bit here of all our bracing and tying everything in together. Here's our hood pins, guys. 5/8 rod through the rad cradle. Again, not the most ideal, but it works. and we used a bit of paint, as you guys saw, just to mark the actual hood. So yeah, the weather's holding off just a bit, so I'm gonna be able to do my angle iron stuff, which is right here. Had this stuff laying around. Yeah, before I get the welder out, everything, I'm just gonna show you guys what we're gonna do. Because these already have some pre-made holes in them, we're gonna use some nuts and bolts and weld these guys like this. Just have to make sure the holes line up and whatnot, but you guys get the picture. And then we'll run a thread or a piece of bolt and nut through here, which will again help us when we put the hood down. We got this, we got that, and then we have our holes for our wire. So yeah, let me get everything set up for that, and I will bring you guys back in as we go. There we go, guys. Yep, there's our brackets. Again, we're gonna put 2 little bolts, or a bolt through there and one on that side. And again, we have our 2 hood pins on the front, as well as our welds along the car. This one is really bad, but yeah, and then we got our welds at the back with our seat belts. Again, I'll probably never do this again, go back to the wire, same thing with up there. But yeah, that is our reinforcement for the derby car, or the figure 8 car. Again, I know it was a bit of a choppy video, but yeah, this is over a span of like 2 weeks of doing this. That just tells you how much time I have going on. So in the meantime, guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it helps you out. Again, you guys can do it your own way. There's so many ways to do it, just as long as everything's solid. The plates help for sure. This one has been very kind to me. Hopefully it's good again. But in the meantime, guys, take care as always. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video. And again, MaxStack Motorsports on Instagram. Give me a follow. As always, I hope to talk to you guys soon. Take care. Be safe.